All right, welcome to the Teacher Dudes halftime show, and currently UW is down 13-0 in Arizona. And I have a question for everybody out there that is tuning in. Have you ever seen something so bad that you literally want to gouge your own eyes out with a spoon? Because this is absolute trash. Just pure, utter trash that I'm seeing right now from UW. And I honestly I I sat through and I watched every single game of the 0-12 year. And I remember thinking that we had a chance in a lot of those games. I not so sure that we have a chance in this at all. And it's gone from bad to worse, and I am just absolutely baffled by what I'm seeing. You see in the first drive, Dylan Morris just goes in, does his thing, hands off the ball, an incomplete pass or whatever. And no, sorry, actually he took a sack, and he comes out because he had a bloody nose. And then Sam Heward comes in and they're running the ball decent, and then throws it and they punt the ball. And then Dylan Morris comes in and he's absolutely, utterly useless, just pure trash. And I don't even know where to go on any of this. And yeah. I mean, here's one point in case. Early on, we had to punt, and here is what happened.
Punt block. Well, now they return the favor, and you know what? It just comes right from no one blocks him, and that's the easiest punt.
Nobody blocked him. No one at all. Nobody blocked him. I mean, just watch it. Watch this.
Punt block. Well, now they return the favor, and you know what? It just comes.
Easiest blocked punt ever. And that led to an Arizona field goal. Luckily, it was just a field goal. But then later on, Arizona just decided to, drive the ball straight down our throats and score a touchdown here.
Jamari Joyner will take the direct snap. Joyner to run it in. And he got it, but there's a marker down.
And even though there's a flag, the touchdown still stood. And then late in the second half, they added on a field goal. And, I'm sitting there, is this a tarmac situation where Jimmy Lake deserves to get fired? I mean, I know one thing, John Donovan deserves to get fired right now. I mean, honestly, don't even let him come out in the second half. Fire him now. Fire him now. No joke, fire him now. And keep in mind, we're going against a team in Arizona that is riding an 18-game losing streak. 18 games. And here are the stats against that 18-game losing streak. UW, the University of Washington, has 6 first downs. We're 3 of 9 on third down for a grand total. And that's why I put this jersey right here behind me, because that right there is the number of total yards UW has in the first half. 65. 65 yards in the first half against Arizona. Now, passing, we have 35 yards passing. 35. Now, this is against a team that lost to Northern Arizona University. Now, granted, yes, we did lose to Montana ourselves, but they lost to Colorado last week 34-0. They didn't score against Colorado, but yet they are up right now. It is absolute utter garbage. And Craig's coming in. 1985, UW lost to Oregon State 21-20 as a 30-point home favorites. That's the worst loss he remembers. Well, I was 1 at that time, but this is feeling like one of those worst losses ever right there. And looking at the other stats, we have 30 yards rushing. That's 1.5 yards per carry. Arizona has 129 yards rushing in the first half against UW. They've thrown the ball for 21 yards, but they're seeing what every other team is seeing right now, is that they can literally just run the ball straight down our throats. And it's okay. They can just do it. It's garbage. If you're watching right now, I would love to hear some other thoughts. And I'm just looking at Husky Twitter right now, and it's just a giant cluster. If you're looking for a tarmac moment after this game, don't hold your breath. Let's see here. You have to wait to get to December before the overhaul can happen. Those are just 2 of the tweets I'm seeing right now. This one here, play anybody. Just let them play. Get some fight. This one, did our coaches show up at all? I mean, it's bad. It is bad. Another one right here that from Pat 40. That offense is borderline impossible to watch. Yep, I agree. Bruce Feldman, Washington, which has scored 95 points in the past 2 games against Arizona, has just 65 total yards at halftime and is trailing 13-0. I don't know where to go from here. Does anybody know? Anybody? Looking at some of the stats, individual stats, Dylan Morris, 6 of 10 for 35 yards. That's 3.5 yards. All right, that's less than that per pass. Will Plummer, I guess, is 6 of 8 for 21 yards. Sean McGrew, 10 carries for 22 yards. That's 2.2. Dylan Morris, because of his sacks, is 4 carries for negative 19 yards. Our leading receiver is Cade Otton with 2 catches for 17 yards. And our best player right now is Race Porter, the punter, Race Porter. And this question comes in, potentially 2 of the worst losses in program history this year. Yes, easy. If we lose this game, which I have a strong feeling we absolutely could, this one added to the Montana game, absolutely worst 2 losses, at least in modern UW history for sure. And I'm sitting here just wondering where do we go? What do we do? Is Jimmy Lake the issue? Possibly. We all know for a fact that John Donovan is an issue. He's a big issue. Why they're still sticking with him at this point baffles me beyond all belief as to why John Donovan still has a job for UW. I do not understand it one stinking bit. Yeah, I just can't. I just can't. But we'll see what happens here in the second half. Granted, I am not honestly expecting more. I am honestly, because I can't stand these 8:30 kickoff times. I'm not sure which is more likely to happen, that UW will win the game or I'll stay awake through the second half. Because right now it's going to be a struggle. I'm telling you that right now. And if I do fall asleep, that post-game show could show up at 2-3 a.m. in the morning when I wake up and see what happened. So I don't know. I'm hopeful. I am expecting something different. Granted, I'm probably an idiot for expecting anything different to come in the second half. But right now, something has got to change. But I do appreciate anybody that has been tuning in. This is the Teacher Dudes halftime show again, just doing this for fun, just sharing some thoughts on the game, and expressing the frustration right now. So really appreciate it. And I will be back at the post game, regardless of when that is. But I will be back. Make sure, if you haven't, to like and subscribe and all that fun jazz. Follow me on the Twitter at Keef67, because that's where I do a lot of my thoughts during the game, and then it just kind of all just verbally vomits on here at halftime and then post game. But I appreciate it as always, and we will talk to you in the post game with hopefully a much better, much different outcome than the absolute pure dumpster fire that we've been watching so far in this first half.